Hey guys, what's up? This is Brett. Welcome to this week's episode of Friday on the Turntable. Before I get started, just want to thank you guys for all the feedback on my last video on the Cocteau Twins' Is Heaven or Las Vegas. If you did miss that episode, please scroll down further on my channel and check that one out. So I'm mixing things up a little bit today, and I'm going to actually talk about a book. This is Vinyl Lives On, Profiles of Musician Collectors and Record Store Owners by James P. Goss. James, I've communicated with him on and off over the internet for the last 5 years or so, and he's been doing a great job of documenting the so-called vinyl revival over the last 4 years, I think, through his series of books, which I've actually featured before, along with an interview I did back in, I think, 2010 with him. I'll have links to all that below. Vinyl Lives and Vinyl Lives 2. So he's, like I said, he's been documenting the revival through the eyes of various record store owners across the United States, different record collectors, and it's just kind of a fascinating look at various opinions from people from different regions of the United States. Some stores that he featured in the beginning of the series have closed down. It also documents the rise and fall of Tower Records, the birth of Amoeba Records in California. And it's a really fascinating look. For those of you guys, you watch my channel, I'm sure you are, if you're watching, you, like me, like to spend time shopping for music, listening to music, and just to hear about the what's going on across the country and opinions, things on Record Store Day, opinions on vinyl pricing, on different genre niches. Each record store that's featured in the book, it gives a background on the owner and their experience in music, and how they started the store, where their store is at in 2014. Some great quotes in there. The owner, I had to write some of this stuff down because I can't remember off the top of my head, but the one store, Other Music in New York City, the owner of that store had a really good quote, and he said, there's a lot of convenience in shopping on the internet, but there's magic in the record store experience. And for someone like me who buys most of my music in actual physical record stores rather than online, I really relate to that. Going to the record stores, hunting through the bins, hanging out with people, the store owners, talking, listening to what's playing in the store. And there is magic in that, and there's discovery of finding things that you just happen to stumble upon. And the owner of Mississippi Records, he talks about keeping vinyl prices low. There's prices just continue to escalate, and he talks about how a lot of people are using, what the highest price that's been sold on the internet, whether it's on eBay or whatever, and then they're using that as the median for pricing. So if some record that should be selling for $25 sells for $100 by chance, then the prices just start escalating that to meet what the highest price it's sold for. So his whole theory is on keeping music affordable for the average person to come in and be able to buy records, whether it's kids or anyone, to be able to collect and appreciate music on the vinyl format and to keep it cheap. Completely agree with that. It also has a section on music collectors, and James was able to get us to interview some really cool people in this one. Henry Rollins, there's just a really, what I think is an inspiring interview with him, on a massive music collector. I had no idea the expanse of his collection, and he has darkened rooms where he keeps all his memorabilia in acid-free paper and bindings, all kinds of clippings, magazines, music on all formats, cassettes, vinyl, CDs, CDRs, acetates, whatever it is. And I really found his musical diet, as he called it, really inspiring. What he does is he tries to listen to at least 5 albums a day, and what he does during the week is he uses his weekly listening for new music, new discovery, listen to things he hasn't heard before, and then on the weekends he goes to familiar albums that he grew up with and things that he loves. And I found that really cool, and I'm starting to work that into my own listening schedule after reading that, and I found that just really inspiring, and a good thing to pass on to you guys if it's something that's interesting to you. Is always keep in mind to listen and discover new things and mix them in with what you already love. So great great words there from Henry Rollins. Also has a section from Ray Benson from the band Asleep at the Wheel. And also Joe Travers, who's the drummer for Frank Zappa and also Dweezil Zappa, and he's played with a ton of other people. And he's actually the in charge of the musical archives of Frank Zappa, as passed on from Frank Zappa's wife. And so there's a period or a section where he talks about mastering the albums, and just gives you some insight into how Frank Zappa approached that and the remastering of his catalog for CDs, and now into the newer reissues from vinyl, and the condition of his tapes and what things have been remastered or reissued from master tapes or digitally, depending on the state of the original tape. So that was another fascinating thing. So I want to kind of give you guys a rundown. I know you guys out there are all over the place, and I know this does focus on the United States, but I want to just give you a rundown of all the stores that are featured on there. Valhalla in Oak Park, Illinois. Aquarius Records in San Francisco. Encore Records, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Exile on Main Street in Barr, Vermont. Forever Young in Grand Prairie, Texas. Grimey's in Nashville. High Fidelity in Los Feliz, California. Johnny's Records in Darien, Connecticut. Mad City Music Exchange, Madison, Wisconsin. Mississippi Records in Portland, Oregon. Other Music in New York City. Park Avenue CDs in Orlando. The Princeton Record Exchange in Princeton, New Jersey. School Kids Records in Raleigh, North Carolina. And Whistling Willie's 78s in Pittsburgh. Those are all the books featured in Vinyl Lives On, and I have to say this is my favorite one that's been put out out of the three series. They just keep getting better, and there's, I think, 25 stores featured in each of these. So I will have links down below where you can read more about the other two books if you're interested in getting in the whole set. So links below. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Vinyl Lives On. Thanks, James. Really appreciate what you're doing here for us record nerds. So thanks for watching, guys.